Whoa, hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to an extravaganza. Oh my god, whoa. Man, another week has passed. It's actually been 2 weeks since the last one. It's almost nighttime, not quite a night session yet, but that's how it is for extravaganzas. We have an interesting one planned for today. So let's go ahead and make our way to the chair, shall we? You guys want to see something crazy? Watch this. Well, that brings us to the theme of today. You might have seen it from the title already. Things are gonna get weird. Oh, alright. Today's gonna be a good one. Today is the testosterone guitar extravaganza. Whatever that means, just get ready for it. Before we get into any of that stuff though, we're gonna sit in the chair, we're gonna talk for a while. Man, you know, I was gearing up to do this extravaganza, and I just started thinking about the very first extravaganza I filmed. That was so long ago. And the whole format was just improvised, and I just kind of stuck with it this whole time. It's funny how the decisions of that night just affected my life up to this point. I really like the format. I would never stop making practice logs, but if I were to stop making them for whatever reason, I think I would still continue making extravaganzas. And that actually leads into the question that I wanted to get into. Before I get into the comment, I'm still talking, I'm still rambling about that. Man, just thinking back on that first one, it's crazy how far I've come with all these pieces. And with you guys, I feel like there's quite a lot of people watching now, which is really cool. Alright, man. This extravaganza, the testosterone guitar extravaganza. We're mainly catering to the boys today, but I think there's still gonna be something for the girls and the non-binary. You know, there's something for everyone here. And hey, we might have an estrogen extravaganza. I actually do have some ideas on that. They might not be what you think. I'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit. If you ever see a girl playing guitar on YouTube, I want to one day do a deep dive into their comment section because man, it is just hellacious in there. It's a nightmare. But today, it's about the testosterone. Buckle up for that one. And of course, we're drinking Sierra Nevada. You saw me open it with my eyeball. Little party trick for you. From the mountains of Spain. Please sponsor me. Well, I've been taking this time to answer comment questions, so let's take a look at the comment section. The wonderful comment section. My comment section really is wonderful. So this is from a first-time commenter. First-time friend of the channel, Aiden H. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Aiden? Welcome to the testosterone one. You could have been featured in any of the other ones, but this is the one that you got on. I started playing classical guitar in January, and around that time I also found your channel. Wow, that's amazing. January was a good month for you. You started playing guitar and you found sore hands. Lucky you. I'm just kidding. And I'm glad I did because it's been incredibly motivating. That's wonderful. I like to hear that I'm motivating you, and in fact that motivates me to keep practicing myself because in every episode I have to practice like kind of a lot. I kind of have an ego about practicing now. I feel like an hour and a half needs to pass on that clock. That's not really how I like to practice. I don't like setting time limits and stuff. I like just setting a goal and then achieving it and just taking however long it takes. Sometimes you can reach your goal in like 30 minutes and sometimes it takes like an hour and a half and you don't even reach your goal, but you like take steps towards it. All this to say, you may have already discussed this, but what made you want to start the channel? I answer questions more than once. Again, like I film at least 7 of these a week. Usually it's closer to 9. We run out of questions. We run out of new questions, so I'll just say the same stuff over and over again. And I'll try to say it in a slightly different way for all you people that have been watching for a while. But yeah, I've answered that one once, and I maybe have some revisions for it, or maybe just some more insight. So I started this channel because I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I guess I was just brainstorming one day, and I was like, what kind of YouTube video could I make that would actually be sustainable, that I think I would enjoy making, and that I think could provide some kind of value? If I weren't doing a guitar practice vlog, there's no way that any of this could be sustainable. The only thing that is keeping me going is knowing that every single video I film, I am at least knocking out my practice for the day. And if it weren't for that, it would just be an ungodly amount of work to have to do on top of practicing. So this kind of video works out really well for me. And that's how it started out. It started out as a practice vlog where I had basically no plan. Like if you watch my first video, there is no plan. I'm really basing it off of nothing. Like I'm basing it off of just like vlogs that I've seen. And I'm just kind of talking to a camera and just like describing my routine and what I do. And then it kind of evolved into what it is now. I do like running it sort of like a variety show. It does kind of feel like I'm the host of a variety show and I'm like talking to viewers and I'm getting like submitted questions and stuff. And that's why I like the computer segment too. One, it's because I get to learn stuff. Like I haven't seen any of the videos that we watched. Like even the master classes I really haven't watched. So in making these videos, I've learned so much about these people that I really didn't know that much about because I just never really took the time to watch them. I was kind of just focused on practice. Oh my god, am I wearing socks? Sorry about that, everybody. everybody. I didn't mean to wear socks on the show. The consistent practice that I've done from filming these, I don't think I've ever had this much repertoire memorized at once in my life. In short, I wanted to make this channel because I figured that this was the only thing that I could make that would actually be sustainable, and it would inspire me to practice, and I figure that other people would maybe want to see that, because I know that it would help me to see that, like seeing somebody else grinding and trying to practice. Was it a lack of similar content? I don't know if there's a lack of this kind of content. At least before I started making it, I've never seen a guitar practice log quite like mine. I have seen videos where it's like a 2-hour video of somebody just practicing without like the edits or anything. My thing, it's based on a lot of things. Like it's basically based on everything that I liked growing up as a kid, and I'm just like trying to emulate it and then also practice in the middle of it. So this channel, it does fulfill like a couple of dreams of mine, like one of which is to practice consistently. One is to like be a comedian, joke around, though I'm not an actual comedian. But I do have like a very lighthearted, nonchalant approach to all this, of course. And on top of all that, I had a lot of free time because I only teach like 22 hours a week or so. I had a lot of time to fill. I filled that with other things before, but I'm finding that this is the most fulfilling thing. Though this is a lot of work. I actually did the math on how much work all this is, and assuming that I only make 7 videos and I put out 7 videos a week, which I do, all of that takes about 35 hours a week, 5 hours a day. So that plus my 25 hours of teaching fills my week up quite a bit. So now I'm pretty busy and I don't have a whole lot of free time, but I actually kind of enjoy that. And it's creatively fulfilling too. Like I get to make a video about testosterone guitar now. Okay. Oh, and then he said, also, I'm self-taught so far. Ooh, self-taught gang. Show yourself in the comments, everyone who's self-taught. I'm self-taught so far and I've made my way through the first 2 pieces of Soar Opus 60. Dude, that's what you're hearing right now. That's the theme song, man. That's epic. Is this a good place to start, or am I jumping the gun a bit? Thanks. Are you able to learn those pieces? I mean, that's pretty good. You've only been playing guitar for 2 months and you're already working on Soar Opus 60. How did you learn how to read music? Did you read music previously, or did you play guitar previously? You must have, if you're already reading that. So no, I wouldn't say you're jumping the gun if you're able to actually read it and play all the notes. Something that I would do alongside of that, start some sort of scale work if you haven't already. I mean, the way I always start with this stuff, I don't even start with an IM alternation. I actually just start with I and just make a fist like that, if you can see that, okay? Yeah, if you can just work your way through a C major scale, just like all the notes that you're reading for Soar Opus 60 for the first 2 pieces, I would start working on that and then eventually start working in an IM alternation. But you know, there's a lot to go into with how to actually start doing that, because you want to be careful how you're holding your hand. You don't want to just hold it any old way. I mean, the biggest thing, I would make a point to like make a fist every time you do a free stroke. That's like a really, really condensed version of like a technique lesson. Make a fist when you do a free stroke. And you don't even need to use IM. You could start with just using I, and that's gonna just help you develop. Yeah, that, and then also maybe starting Giuliani arpeggios, like looking at the first one, that's just like do-dee-dee. Working on those 2 things alongside Opus 60. If you do that for a while, you're gonna be getting pretty good pretty soon. So I would look into that. I wouldn't just work on your pieces. I know that I only work on pieces, so I'm kind of a bad role model, but you should practice technique at this stage for sure. If you have more questions about like technique, I can go more in depth with like how you should hold your hand and stuff. I won't do it now because nobody's actually asked about technique yet. Maybe none of you want to emulate my technique, but to be fair, I feel like my technique's pretty alright. But that's what I got right now. And some wise words from Steven replying to it. I waited until I retired to get a teacher. Better late than never, but if you love it, try not to wait like I did. You're playing classical guitar now. You have the affliction. This is your life, so just go ahead and submit to it. I would get a teacher if you can. Where to find a teacher? You could try your music stores. You really want to make sure that they're a classical teacher though. You don't want to find just any old guitar teacher. I'm of course a supporter of online lessons because that's how I make my living. If you have the time and if you have a couple of bucks laying around, even just buying 1 lesson, that can be really helpful just to help you with the technique, just to make sure you have everything coming along. Once you do learn that, be really disciplined with it. Just try to master it. Don't play too fast. All that stuff. Your future self will thank you. Alright, I think that pretty much covers that one. Oh, of course. We got a Pokemon card. Gotta open one of these up. Oh! Oh god, they smell so bad. We're gonna go for that one right there. Boom. Do you think we'll ever get anything better than that VMAX Rayquaza? Honestly, I don't think so. It wasn't even a good card. It was worth like $1.50, which I guess is a lot for a piece of cardboard. Hope you guys like Pokemon cards, because we open them every Extravaganza. You can count on that. Oh man, my nose is like congested now from the fumes I just inhaled. I'm a little woozy. I think we've been in the chair long enough. Let's make our way to the computer, and I have a surprise for you. Oh, actually, before we do that, we have a piece to listen to, so please enjoy this piece. So, it's time for our Testosterone Guitar Extravaganza. So, a lot of these aren't going to be classical related, but they are videos that I've gathered over the years of very muscular people playing guitar, which is funny. So, let's take a look at this.
I learned a song my first day. I tried learning.
Yeah, dude, I can teach you a song in one day. What are you doing with your claw, bro? What is that? So this is by a guitarist, bodybuilder in fact, Kevin Farsard. Kevin Farquad. I'm sorry, Kevin. Dang, that thing is low. Dude, you're not allowed to play a flying V unless you look like this or more jacked. Also, what is... You got some foam in there, bro. What is that doing? Do you just have some garbage in your guitar? Which I do... We're not making fun of these people. This is sore hands, though, so we are going to critique a little bit. His left-hand technique is a bit tense. Actually, the rest of him seems pretty tense, too. Cut my life into pieces. So, with this... Oh my... He's down there with it. The exercise that I would prescribe to him, first slowing it way down, and seeing how little he can lift his fingers. Because right now it looks like this. just like superfluous movement. You don't need it. Yeah, so I'll try to keep your fingers low. Don't move them so much. That's my point. I didn't think I'd be critiquing these buff men, but here we are. Dude, also, 6 skull ring, bro. Dude, look at this forearm. Dude, looks like a freaking alien movie. Oh my god. Why is it so low? It's literally a 5th below the actual song. What is the deal with that? Also, something that I would maybe adjust with those alternate picks, it seems like he's moving his arm quite a bit like that. I'd maybe try to keep it a little tighter, move from the finger. I just messed my eye up so bad. I mean my index nail from doing that. Look at that, can you see that? Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna do my nails for you. I'm gonna do my nails for this Testosterone Extravaganza, guys, don't worry. Let's check out the next one. This is another muscle man, Eric Bugenhagen, WrestleMania star. I mean, there we go. Woo! Yeah, dude. Oh, we're, hold on. So, obviously, there's going to be a lot of tension when you have, how much weight is that? That's 3 plates. That's a 315 lunge right there. So, obviously, there is going to be some tension. But even before that, I think I saw... Yeah, we need a metronome for that, man. I hate to be that guy. Cool. I learned how to play that. I haven't really played much old metal like that. So this is the Muscle Man guitarist of Muscle Men guitarists, Zakk Wylde himself. Bicep check. Now this video is called Zakk Wylde practicing E minor pentatonic. It's a little more than just E minor pentatonic. Yeah, I'm not gonna give any advice to Zakk Wylde. Zakk Wylde's pretty good, I do have to admit. Is he getting ready for a shindig or something? What is he doing? Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm not gonna out-shred Zakk Wylde. I know. That was tasty. I'm kind of losing the effect of, like, the metal muscle guy when I see this, like, updated microwave behind him. The wooden cabinets. Seems like he's doing well. That's good. And now I do actually want to check this out. This is kind of turning into a Zakk Wylde extravaganza. Zakk Wylde, Wikipedia, fact or fiction. He's wearing a cutoff. It counts. We're gonna watch a little bit of this, see what's going on.
Fact or fiction time with the guest that you've all been asked.
Oh, dude, he's freaking out.
Thank you so much, man.
You got it, brother.
There.
His hand's like all mangled when he pulls it back.
Went through your Wikipedia page, Ozzy's Wikipedia page.
One of my friends told me that Zakk Wylde, I don't know if this is true, and I don't know, maybe they'll go into it here, but Zakk Wylde used to be Ozzy Osbourne's steroid dealer. Why was Ozzy Osbourne taking steroids? He loved, like, drugs of all kind, I guess. I don't know if that's true, but it is funny.
See how close this thing is?
Yeah, to see what's real and what's false, because I believe you're a
Who writes
credible
these
source
things
on
anyway?
yourself. I don't know. Says that you were born Jeffrey Philip Wylde.
Ooh, dude, just like, dude, cut that out. No, Jeffrey Philip Wylde. That sucks.
True.
True, okay, they do get that.
Dude, I would have never admitted to that. Oh my god. First, middle, and last name, and it's that lame. Guys, I'll never give my middle and last name, but I promise you it is not that lame. My name's actually awesome. So, there we go.
In high school, you would play guitar nonstop between coming home from school and leaving for school the next morning, and then to make up for the sleep, you would just sleep through the entire school day.
Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe. Guitarists love spouting stuff like that, though. Oh, I practice for like 16 hours a day, bro. I'm like, I guess we'll see what his answer to it is, but I have a feeling he's gonna say yes.
I wouldn't sleep through the entire school day. I mean, but it would be rough the next day. You know,
good
I mean,
chunk of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we okay. He has kids. He's like, hey, like, stay awake.
like this all night long, and then, you know, looking at old pictures of Jimmy Page, St. Rhodes, and, you know, Al Di Meola, Frank Marino, John McLaughlin.
John McLaughlin. Never heard. I know Sarah McLaughlin. That's who he's looking at.
And I'd just be practicing all night. So, but I'd get to school the next day, and what I'd usually do is if I had Circus Magazine, I'd put that in my books.
Oh, the classic,
like, you know,
of
then I'd
course.
put
This dude's like, oh yeah, dude, I do the same thing. I know I work for like whatever. What channel is this? I know I work for Loudwire. I'm a Loudwire employee. But dude, I'm a rock star too. I'm rock and roll. I put the magazine in my map book.
and my theory books, and I'd put that inside my books.
Dude, your theory books. Learning some theory. Is it music theory or is he learning like John Mayer music theory? That matters. That's different. We don't learn any John Mayer theory here. We learn music theory.
Well-
Remedial music theory, mind you.
I'd put that inside my books, you know, like while we were in class.
Good.
So,
Why didn't you just take theory classes? Funny story about me. I was in a music theory class in high school when I was a freshman. I don't know how I got into it because freshmen weren't allowed to take it. At the end of the year, like in the last month or so, there was an announcement over the PA where it was like, all freshmen come to the auditorium. I got up and everybody in the class thought I was joking. And I was like, oh no, I'm a freshman. And the teacher was like, I don't know how you got in here. You're not supposed to be in this class. They let me stay though, and that was my first run-in with voice leading and stuff, so I'm glad that I took it. That made going into that stuff in college a lot easier.
kind of rough the next day, you know what I mean?
I get that. You know, I kind of made that decision too. Like, not like Zakk Wylde. I'm sure Zakk Wylde did it in a more intense way. But I made a point to never study in middle or high school, and I only practiced guitar. But I still made good grades.
Definitely. Okay, fact.
Fact.
It said that
But
you
I
were,
did graduate high school, though. So
You
I
did.
I
It did
make
say
it through.
that.
Yes, I did, man.
Good job, man.
It said you were recruited to join Ozzy Osbourne's band simply after sending him a demo tape in 1987.
No, I was Ozzy's steroid dealer. at the time.
Ozzy's steroid
Yes, and
dealer,
I met him
okay.
at a
Would you look at that? Do you think he's natty now? I think he might be, honestly.
I was just, you know, we were talking about guitar, and somebody goes, hey, Zach, man, you know, we were talking about guitars, and he was like, oh, you play guitar? And I said, yeah. And he goes, how about if you give me a deal on the steroids, I'll let you play in my band? And
What?
the rest is history.
What? Hold on, let me look up Ozzy Osbourne at his most jacked. I mean, really? Dude, that's a man on steroids right there. Dude, his genetics suck. That sucks.
Drugs, kids. That's your way into everything you want to do with your life.
Hey, so-
Dude, calm down, man. This is, that's a little too dark even for this, I feel like. If I said something like that, I would have cut it. But he didn't. I respect that.
It's help with the man mood as well. So, you know what I mean? It's a healthy thing. Just don't abuse it.
Ozzy's still alive, so it must have been good.
It's healthy. Steroids are actually healthy, just don't abuse them. It's like eating too much broccoli. You don't want to eat so much broccoli that your stomach explodes. But it is healthy. Don't worry.
Your Gibson Les Paul custom guitars with the bullseye graphic on them were designed to differentiate yourself visually from Randy Rhoads.
Of course. Well, St. Rhodes is, you know, definitely one of my heroes. So that's the reason why I wanted to get a Les Paul. King Edward had the stripes. St. Rhodes had the polka dot. So I wanted to get was the Vertigo design on, like, Hitchcock. Max, when he painted it,
Yeah, of course. Dude, man of culture.
he did the bullseye, and I go, Max, I wanted the Vertigo on it.
Right, yeah.
Because, oops. Sorry. So, and we had a photo shoot the photo shoot was that day. So
Okay.
that's when I used the bullseye, and then that was the rest of it was history, man.
Were you cool with it, or were you holding up the guitar at the shoot like, eh?
I was just like, well, dude, I asked for the vertigo, you gave me the bullseye, man.
This is a really weird turn for sore hands because we only watch like classical stuff usually. You guys enjoying this? I hope so.
In 1995, you auditioned for Guns N' Roses and were successful.
Well, it's not so much auditioning, it's just like we all kind of know each other. And it's like, guys, you know, Axl called me up and was like, and I know Slash when I first joined Oz.
I didn't audition for him. Just having drinks. We were talking about it. To be in this circle, huh? Dude, never say that he auditioned for anything.
Guns N' Roses, but you had... This is what it said. It had... You needed to take some
Dude,
time
just say it, man. It's fine. Listen, please don't attack me.
to think about accepting it or not. And then Ozzy was unable to wait for your decision, so he brought someone in new.
Well, yeah, I mean, Oz was just like, Zakk, are you going to do the thing or not? I said, Oz, I'll try and get a decision from him, you know what I mean? Because I was like, guys, I can't let the boss hang. Without the boss, I wouldn't even be talking to anybody, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much what went down.
So it was them, they were trying to decide, not so much
you know, or no, it was just like, are we going to work or not? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or what are we waiting on, man? Let's get to work. I don't like going on vacations. I don't like sitting around. I don't like doing, you know, chop, let's roll.
We know he doesn't like going on vacation because this is a wonderful time to interject this YouTube video. Does this look like a man who likes to take vacations?
Are you doing your exercises?
There we go. Hitting Rose? Dude, nice range of motion, bro. Terrible. Like daughter, like father, I guess. Terrible. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude. What does that even do? That's so stupid. I didn't think it would be that bad. There we go. There's that famous beer clip right there. Boom, there we go. Zakk Wylde drinking a beer while he's working out with his daughter. Epic. Does that look like a man who likes to take a break? I don't think so. Alright, that's enough of that one. Man, I think I might be out of testosterone videos, honestly. You guys have any other ones for me? You should send them over. Let's go ahead and end this thing. So, you'll hear the next piece now. Hope you enjoy. And then after that, I will see you at the table. Well, that was a pretty interesting one, I hope. We saw the Testosterone Guitar Extravaganza. The next part is still like a little testosterone infused, but like the normal amount that they usually are. I did promise you that nail file tutorial, and you will get that. Hold on. But, you know, we're gonna talk a little bit. Today is actually the first day that I decided to make a community post talking about how I was gonna do an extravaganza coming up. So let's see what you guys said. In this community post, I just re-asked some of the questions that I've asked before. So, first YouTube video, that was one I asked a while ago. And then also first Pokemon card pack. I said what mine was, but I got an Articuno, and my first video was Charlie the Unicorn. So that's mine, and then I think the only other one we got was from 27th Liz, which you said it wasn't your first video, but Double Rainbow, which is a pretty solid one. That's like a very wholesome one. So let's see what else we got here. Frank Humphreys coming in. Friend of the channel, what's up, man? First YouTube video, a live performance of Jim Campolonio from 2012. Let's see. Thirds. Yeah, okay, that's a pretty solid one. That's respectable that it's a music-related video and it's not something stupid. We got one from Ethan C. Friend of the channel. Dude, you're an old subscriber. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Whoa, dude, hey, your Villalobos Etude 1 got over 100 views, man. Heck yeah. You said, first YouTube video. Also, am curious who your dream teacher is. What's the first YouTube video, man? I don't know what to make of that. For my dream teacher, I don't know, it's hard to imagine even what a dream teacher would be. Honestly, my dream teacher would just be somebody who I really, really respect as a musician, an artist, and somebody who I want to emulate. Now, moving on to the Pokemon part, this is a sad one from Mads Barnett. What's up? How's it going? All my Pokemons got stolen by the kids that got into puberty earlier. I remember having a Meow everyone wanted. A Mew? Or a Meowth? Maybe? What kind of like Mad Max elementary school did you go to? Or just because they were bigger than you, they could take your Pokemon cards? That sucks. That's exactly why we're showing Boss Rootin' and this Testosterone Extravaganza. We're not gonna let that happen to you again. We're gonna beef you up. We're gonna teach you how to fight. I did a Boss Rootin' like compilation. You can go and watch that. Learn all the stuff. You know, bottle. This is a deadly weapon right here. I don't have a salt shaker. I have a chair. You should see what I could do with this chair after watching that Boss Rootin' video. Alright, next one. Hey, last chairbender. Friend. Just friend this time. First Pokemon card pack was EX Crystal Guardians. That's one of the more expensive packs, isn't it? I could be wrong. It was the one where all the Pokemon were weird types, like Pikachu being steel type. I appreciate that example. That's a very good example. I think I remember that card, too. You don't remember what you got, though. We've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure that was the era where Pokemon was at its lowest. So not a lot of people bought them, and now those are the most rare unopened packs to find, so they're like super expensive. I think my first YouTube video had to be an OG Smosh video that my friend while playing RuneScape. What?
Shut up! I can't believe I'm finally a Pokemon trainer.
Oh, that guy? He's just waiting to fight you.
I might save that for when you're over here. That's like so nostalgic to watch. My god. Do any of the kids watching remember OG Smosh? Having made my own YouTube videos, it's pretty crazy thinking about how they did that 12 years ago with God knows what equipment they had. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, and this is the one to take them all. This is back to Pokemon cards. Dude, Andrew Michael Classical Guitar. What's up, man? You said my first Pokemon pack I got a Charizard, the OG one. It wasn't first edition. Oh, had me in the first half, dude. But it was shadowless. That's pretty good too, right? How much is that worth? Wish I could say I still had it. Yeah, what kind of guitar would that get you? Alright, well, you said it wasn't first edition. God, the first edition shadowless Charizard goes for $250,000 for a PSA 10. My god. Okay, I think that's enough. I'll post another comment like that before the next extravaganza, just so you guys can join the table, join the conversation with me, and I'll talk about all the comments and stuff. To everybody who left a comment there, thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, let me bring you over here. Come on over. Here we are. These are the two tools that I use. My nails are quite long right now, as you can see. Look at that. Boom. So, I'm just going to file them down a bit, and here is the angle I like to do. First, we're going to try to get in there. Hopefully you can see that. I'll just start doing it. I'm gonna try to not mess them up. And this is really important. You don't want to file at the edge right here too far. Like, you really don't even want to start there. I start here at an angle, and that's how I'm gonna shorten them. So we're really going for like the tip there, and that's gonna help get rid of the ledge that the strings hook on. And I'll also get a little bit in there, but not too much, just kind of flattening it out. And I've been experimenting with keeping my nails a bit longer, so I'm not gonna go too far today. All right, now I'm just gonna get in there a bit, just to open it up. Alright. Honestly, I think I'm just going to keep it there. Maybe I'll go a bit lower here. Okay, and I think that's alright. So I'm basically going to do the same thing for the other ones. So I'm just barely getting rid of the ledge when I do it like that. And I'm not doing it very hard. I'm just trying to get something where the string's not going to hook. I think that's good. You really got to be careful. Alright, last one. Same thing here. I like keeping this one a bit longer just because the tip of my finger is just a little fatter, and that's the thing, it really depends on the anatomy of your finger. But as long as you're getting this ramp here, and as long as there's no ledge for the string to hook on right there, you should be good to go. Man, this is like kind of personal, like you seeing my fingernails so up close. I'm a little embarrassed. You guys aren't allowed to screenshot this. This is for educational purposes. Hey, let me know if you want me to do a foot like pedicure version of this too. I'm sure some of you might like that. And some of you wouldn't. Okay, don't mess it up. Just a little bit. Not too much. Alright, and we're good. I think the middle might be a little long actually. It's good. Alright, so that's pretty good. So we got like quite a bit of nail left. And that's how I like it right now. I'm finding that it's sounding better. Okay, and now for the thumb. The thumb is a little bit easier. It's less of a deal with the thumb. You just kind of have to make a big flat surface and you'll be fine. Psst, don't screw it up. And honestly, that's probably fine right there. And this is at an angle. You can't see it as well, but I'm doing it like that. And that's about what we end up with. Alright, now for this. This is the nail file that I got. ASP, I got like 10 of these, so that should last quite a while. This thing, if you take care of it, it'll last like 2 months or so, or maybe a little longer. This sandpaper right here, this is 600 grit, but it's different from a sheet of 600 grit sandpaper. It just, I don't know. There's something about it. It just feels good. So I like to just really lightly file it down. All I'm doing with this is I'm just priming it so I can start polishing it. That's what the finer sandpaper is for. So I'm not actually doing any shaping right now. I'm just priming the nail so I can go down to the finer buffer. And I also like to do that side a little bit, just to take some of the sharpness out of the nail. And this is after the finer sandpaper. So you can see it still looks rough, but we're going to polish that up and it's going to be very shiny by the end of this. So onto the white, and I'm still going pretty light on this. Light and fast. You're supposed to run the nail file like this. I don't know, for some reason I just find it easier to do that. I can't imagine why. I don't know if you can tell how shiny it is, but it is shiny. Glistens. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing for these basically. So the shaping is done. Now we're just polishing. God, this is tedious. I hate doing this. This is the worst part of playing guitar. And don't say I should cut my nails off, because I don't want to sound like crap, okay? I like having nails. It makes you sound a lot better. And yes, I know old guitar composers played without nails. It's because they didn't have nail buffs like we have today, and they had to use gut strings. If they had the option of using nails, I guarantee you they would. They didn't have the technology, so I don't want to hear it. So that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see, but they are shining. And I would recommend doing that, like anytime you leave the house, really, you always want to have your nails just perpetually polished. It makes it less likely to get snagged on stuff because it's a smooth surface. So it's just a good idea. Alright, that's how I do my nails. And of course, I'm gonna have to get used to them over time, but I have a whole weekend to do that now. Alright, what do we have here? We got some mother freaking Pokemon cards. Let's go ahead and open these things up. Oh yeah, alright, so we got this. Boom. There you go. Enjoy that. Please let me know if you redeem that. What is this? I got a V-Star card. Okay, whatever. Okay, so 4 to the front, I think. Oh, we got a shiny energy. That's something, right? Here we go. Oh man, this thing feels good. It has like a texture to it. A Bisharp, Spike Draw, and Power Edge. Dude, Power Edge. Dude, Power Edge is good. Power Edge is a good move. Alright, I'm gonna stop. We got the Graveler here. Alright, we got Tackle. Boulder Crush. When Boulder Crushing isn't enough, give him a Tackle to escalate the situation. 70 plus 30 equals 100. His HP is 110. That bothers me. A Pokemon Catcher. I think you mean a Pokeball? Isn't that a Pokemon Catcher? This is a gun. What is this? Okay, whatever. Purloin. Furry Swipes. Oh, sorry, Fury Swipes. Sorry, no Furry Swipes here. Nothing like that on this channel, on this Christian channel. Flip 3 coins. 10x. Like my crypto trades. Chattoot. Cycle Draw and Flap. Oh, we got Spike Draw, and then you Power Edge, the Cycle Draw, and Flap. Yama, hope we get a good card at the end of this. Swoop Across, and Cutting Wind. We've all been there a few times, huh? Ha 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 ha. And Swoop Across. Oh, a Pawinard. I think that's That's the same guy. That's the same little guy there. Reckless Charge versus a Power Edge. Yep, that's maturity right there. That's the difference. What am I saying? What is this guy saying right now? Dude, Bidoof. Dude, the classic. Oh my god. Hyper Fang. Carefree Countenance? Dude, am I stupid? What is that word? Oh my god. You guys are gonna make fun of me, I know, but countenance? What even? I'm not smart enough for Pokemon cards.
Countenance.
Countenance. A person's face or facial expression. Carefree countenance. Okay. Freaking SAT words up in here. Alright, we got the... Let's see what we get. Whoa! Wait, hold on. This is like a... Oh, shoot. Dude, this is like a full art looking nice thing. Dang, it's got good centering, too. A Samurott. Samurott. A Basket Crash and a Shadow Slash. This is a nice looking card right here. I think we might have gotten scammed on that first trainer box. It doesn't look like a secret rare. But hold on, that looks really good though. Alright, I can live with that. This is a $5 card right here. We're making some money back. This is worth a single booster pack. Let me get the sleeves. Nice. There we go. I love how it just takes the luster away when you put it in these like slightly tinted sleeves, but whatever. Alright, cool. So we got a pretty good card there. Can't complain about that. I mean, that looks nice. It's got no warp. It's like a freaking good condition card for once. Okay, that was a pretty good pack. You gotta admit. That was a very good pack. Alright, let's shove all this in so it all gets bent. And there we go. Alright, well, that was the Pokemon part. And that pretty much concludes everything. There might be another piece after this. I know better than to promise something like that, though. So maybe there's not. We'll see what happens next. Alright, well, that pretty much wraps this one up. Man, it's been a fun one. We watched a lot of fun stuff. We talked a lot. I said hi to a lot of you, a lot of friends of the channel over there. Yeah, and if you stuck around this far, you know, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. And feel free to leave any comments you might have, any questions that you have. I'll be sure to answer them in an upcoming log. Well, I think it's time to wrap this one up. So, I'll see you tomorrow.